Welcome to the brightest place on earth. The sun is out today. I hope you're all doing well. I've been I don't know what it is about allergies today, but I'm just crying. Like my eye, I will suddenly just feel a tear. So if you see me start crying, I'm assuming allergies. It's all day. I've just been sitting here and I just start to feel this tear trickle. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Good morning. I hope you're doing well. Another day in paradise. Yes, just bathing in it. Hope you're all well. Very excited. Robo. Dude, have you seen, man, our charity is I think we're $5,000 away from $100,000 in total. I'm going to pull it up. It's fucking insane, dude. For those just wondering, our team is still doing our Tiltify charity for St. Jude's. I know. It's not a light thing. I cannot believe I'm a part of such a cool community. I don't know. That's it. It's an honor to have decent humans around. I don't. But we busted our 500, and then I said at 5,000. Did I say we busted our 500? We busted our 5,000. I said at 5,500 I would learn how to shibari myself. So that's how we reached that. And what did I say? At 6,000, I do another cosplay. It was like a horror cosplay. I don't know. I could just keep throwing in more cosplays because I love doing them. You guys seem to like them. I don't know what else to do for I've always wanted to, I've seen people, not shibari myself to a ceiling, but people will do cool corsets or leg corsets and stuff like that. And I thought that'd be fucking sick to do. Yeah, it's insane. So how do I get to our team? I always fuck this up. Get to view campaign. Go to the team. Our team in total, the whole team, Smash and everybody, has raised, oh my God, we're less than $3,000 away from $100,000, my dudes. Wow. Jesus Christ. Our team together has raised $97,000. It's such a big number. $97,122.36 in a little over 2 weeks, I think. That's crazy. I know. Oh my God. That could be a good goal. At 6,000, I install ESO and we go back to the butthole house. I don't know if anybody even gives a fuck and wants me to go back to ESO. I would, though. I would definitely go back into my butthole house. Because no shit. We're less than 3,000 away. If we hit that and everybody, there's so many other people on our team still raising money. And it's literally going for a month. There's so much more time. No shit. Okay. I vow, if we hit 6,000, I will install ESO. And we will penetrate. Man. I haven't played ESO in 5 years. Yeah. Wow. It's been a bit. That's kind of crazy. Frisky, alerts, by the way, still muted. Don't know why. Couldn't figure it out. Just gonna ignore it. Thank you for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive and giving any swings. If I miss an alert, feel free to just mods and everybody nag the fuck out of me. I don't know. They're not muted if I test them through the website, but they're muted on my stream, and no fucking idea why. If it makes you feel any better, ESO still crashes randomly. I believe that. I never stopped playing it because I hated the game or anything. I stopped playing because I didn't want to resent the game, and there was just nothing new happening in PvP. And that's no fault of the PvP team or anything. The company just doesn't support PvP. And for those who don't play MMOs or anything like that, PvP stands for player versus player, which is what my specialty was. I like to kill people. If you weren't around for the ESO days. Yeah, they broke PvP severely, and I took it really personally, and I stopped playing. Yeah. I remember, it's so weird considering it wasn't that long ago. I remember how infuriating it was. They took Battlegrounds and made it so you couldn't group with friends anymore. They took a friend group activity and took away grouping with friends. There was many things like that that just got on my nerves a little here and there. And I mean, yeah, PvP blows. The lack of support has only gotten worse. It's so sad, and I know I've heard people say it out loud. The main reason is because PvP doesn't make money. They think, I don't know where they get these stats, but allegedly PvP players spend the least amount of money in the game. Therefore, we don't get supported. I thought PvP was like genital jousting. It kind of is. A little bit. Yeah, the lack of support is just, I mean, it was so I have not played in 5 years, which means 5 years of updates, 5 years of new content that's come out, new patches, blah blah blah. I still subscribe to the game, which is crazy. I probably, like, no shit, my dudes, if we hit this and we actually go into the game, 5 years of crowns accumulation is what I have in that game right now. 5 years of untouched crown accumulation. I don't even know how many crowns I have. For those that don't know, when you play ESO, you don't have to sub to the game. But if you sub to the game, you get an unlimited craft bag, but you also, every month, you get the amount of money that you pay in subs in crowns that you spend in their, like, what is it, like, aesthetic, I just forgot the term for it, the add-on purchases and shit like that, like, vanity shit. But I have so much. I don't even know. Like, I have no idea how many crowns I have in there, but I could quite literally probably spend a year doing housing with the amount of crowns that have probably accumulated in my ESO account at this point. I have no idea. It's insane. Cosmetics. Yeah, the cosmetics, like the, there's a fucking word on it. Like, you know, like, phone games and shit. It's the word when they, like, oh, if you want to keep playing, you have to buy gems or something. It's, what's that word? What's the word? It's like add-on purchases or help. I'm just really blanking on the term for it. Microtransactions. Wow. Microtransactions. When is the next ESO house party? So, Coach, that's literally Viata just came up with that idea because I was trying to, no shit, our team charity is less than $3,000 away from hitting $100,000 total, which is fucking insane. And we're not competitive people here, right? We don't have competitive bones, but our channel specifically, in terms of our team, is still holding third place. We are still beating Danica's fucking ass. Which is the best. Microtransactions. Yeah, it's like, I don't know, stuff that doesn't really, well, I guess maybe it's not the same. Because as far as I know, the last time I played ESO, you can't buy talent. Like, you can't purchase the best weapon in the game with crowns. You can't purchase the best armor in the game with crowns. You have to go get it either from the gold vendor or from the activity that gives you the armor or whatever. So it's like, it's cosmetic. Yeah, it's all cosmetic shit. But that's Coach, no shit. So what Viata said was next goal, if we hit 6,000, is I will reinstall ESO and we will go to the butt fucking house and we will sodomize. I will do it. I didn't know people care. I didn't know people gave a fuck about it at all, or wanted to see it, or had any interest in ESO whatsoever anymore. So, like, it's still a great game. The thing is, like, 5 years of not playing, 5 years of all the armor and stuff, and I bet I could go in with my Nightblade with Slodes and still do pretty well. And I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad. Any devs in chat? What does that mean? Oh, he's a great person. Well, Coach, so what I was saying, I uninstalled, I mean, it's a new computer. I haven't even had it on this computer. I've never stopped subbing to the game. So I have like 5 years of crowns accumulated in my login screen, in my like account. I have no idea what the math is on that. Yeah, Coach, right? So It's hard to understand if you don't play ESO, but like literally, you pay like $17 a month to sub to the game if you so choose, and then you get that equivalent in crowns every time you sub to the game. So 5 years times 12 times that sub price, that's how many crowns I have accumulated and not touched. So I could probably go to literal hell on housing right now. I don't know. Like to this, and that's one thing I think ESO has. In my experience thus far, ESO is like the best housing that I can think of. Other than the fact you have to buy some of the housing stuff with like money or crowns or whatever, it's just the best housing. I don't know, dude. I mean, if you haven't seen the enormous... I mean, I actually, like, when we say the butt fucking, I did create like a 3-story tall anus that fucks itself. Because you can get mods in the game to animate your housing things so it will lower itself and raise itself. It's incredible. Like, it was... I don't even know how long it took me to make, but it's one of my greatest achievements. I would say that butt fuck. No shit, Glut was saying that yesterday. V Rising 1.0 finally came out or whatever. Finally dropped, so if people are looking for something to play, lose yourself in V Rising. V Rising is really fun if you haven't played it. It's Zach and I played it a little bit when it was like early release, and then I didn't play it anymore, but it's really fun. It's a good game. The thing I love about ESO housing is there is clipping if you want it, but you don't, like, how do I explain? You can have a fountain that you just bought as a housing item, and it doesn't have to be on the floor. You can turn it sideways, and it can be squirting off the wall. It could be squirting off the ceiling. It could be floating in the middle of the room. Like, you can literally just place it in the air. And I love that. There's nothing like housing that cock blocks what you want to do, and ESO doesn't do that. You can put your shit fucking anywhere. And that's how you create an anus who fucks itself. You can't do that in any other game because they don't let you. Dude, thank you for thanking the mods. You're so fucking nice. Viata, because she has a big sword, and I cannot lie. Plus, Viata is a wonderful spark. Did I mention the sword?
Is it a spark, or is it the sparkle of the blade?
Nobody knows. I like keeping my danger bitches around. Speaking of danger bitches, my mom, I called her on Mother's Day, and she told me she has a shit ton of, like, points on Alaska or whatever, so she's gonna buy me I haven't seen her in, like, almost 2 years now. I haven't gone home or anything, and she keeps nagging me, so I asked because Vissy and I keep trying to hang out, and Vissy has never been to Canada. She's never been to Washington. I don't think she's seen the fucking ocean. I don't think she's seen the Puget Sound or anything like that. So I hit up Vissy. I'm like, bitch, my mom's got free tickets. Would you like to come to Washington with me? And she was like, ah! So Vissy's going to come to Washington with me sometime probably July or June or whatever. And I'm going to take her around my stomping grounds to where I went to school and shit. So that'll be fun. I'm going to time out Revoltgon. I mean, Rod. If you poke the beast, you're going to get fucking banned. They added a ton of stuff. Did they really? Man, I don't, I haven't played the game in so long, I don't even remember, like, the game to think of what they could add. But I remember the housing was a little fucked, but not terrible. I like the housing. I love housing, let's be honest. Housing is great. I started playing that, No Rest for the Wicked game. That game is phenomenal. It's really, really, really hard. Like, Souls-like to the max, but it's got, like, everything. I don't know. It's like every time I play, I'm like, oh, you've got more, like, housing, but also building up the town and also improving shops, kind of like Fable a little bit. I don't know. It's, oh my God. Yeah. See you in 2 minutes, Rod. I love you. Good morning, Knives. Poor Rod. Oh, and so, charity, we're less than $3,000 away. $5,000, I'll get into ESO and make a butthole. But just, these are just reminders from yesterday. But, today is Wednesday, right? So tomorrow, we're starting Fallout in the Discord at 5 p.m. Mountain Time. And we're going to watch one episode a night until the 23rd, which is all holds are gone. We're just spoiler talking on the 23rd. So if you cannot bring yourself to watch the show by then, please do not be mad at me. Yeah, so Knives, this is what I promised to do this months ago, and that's why I realized after my sister left, I'm like, oh my God, these days are creeping up on me so fast. So, everybody, when the show first dropped, there's so many of us that binge it. We all wanted to talk about it. And I was like, all right, there's a shit ton of people who don't binge it, though. So let's not spoil it today. We set the date, May 23rd. I think that gave everybody 6 weeks to watch it. And then I'm adding the caveat that if you straight up still didn't watch it, I'm going to watch one episode a night until the 23rd in the Discord. So if you want to come watch it, Fallout Watch Party, because I need a refresh on it anyways to talk about it. Like, I haven't watched it in a couple weeks. It's totally gone. Yeah, me too. I'm excited. I'm just going to put it on, and I'm going to be here working on something in the background. You guys can come, go, do whatever you want. But it'll be there. It's basically just me putting everything out there, so there's no excuse for someone to be like, oh my god, it's May 23rd and we're talking spoilers? What? I haven't watched that. I've done everything. I don't know what else to do. I want to talk about it. But it'll be in Discord. Yeah, 5 p.m. Mountain Time. So that gives me 2 hours after stream to, like, walk the dogs and shit. Yeah, I want to do 5 p.m. And then the other thing, on Saturday, I'm going to start Senua's Sacrifice Hellblade 1. Because on the 21st, Hellblade 2 comes out, Senua's Saga. And I swore on my friendship, love, and life to my girl Vissy that I would play the first game before the second one came out. So I feel like 3 days is plenty of time. That game is really not that long. But I think that's plenty of time to get through it. So those are just 2 housekeeping things. If you guys care, those are 2 things coming up. But the Fallout starts tomorrow. I know that's really soon. I'm repeating it like constantly because I don't want people to. I feel bad. It's like it creeped up on us very fast. Knives. That's what I'm saying. It literally comes out next week on the 21st. It's crazy. This time is creeping so fast. Thank you, Glut. I appreciate you. Yeah, you can blast through the game in a day. I tend to walk around and talk about it and talk too much and blah blah blah. So I'm assuming it'll probably take me 2 days. But it's plenty of time, and then we can just jump straight into the second one without... Again, I need a refresher on the first game. I pulled it up for my sister because we were just talking about it, and I pulled up someone just doing a straight-up playthrough on YouTube, and she sat here and watched for 30 minutes with my headphones on, and I was like, Sarah, are you enjoying it? She's like, this is like a movie. I was like, yeah, I know. Oh my god, Rod. Give me my safety back! At least I don't have to unmod you anymore. That's kind of nice. Wait, what do you do in case of Fallout? Put it back in? Oh, my dudes. Can I read a passage to you from a book I'm reading right now? Hold on. I have to go grab my iPad. You just reminded me of it. This is pertinent. Yes, 1 episode a night starting 7 p.m. EST. Absolutely, Glut. Thank you. Yes. Right? My sister's absolutely cool. Her boyfriend seemed super nice, though. I got no bad vibes from him at all. He just seemed like a very chill, normal dude, and that's very nice. I'm happy for her. She deserves to be happy. Because that shit's fucked. Okay. So, hold on. I started this book. Okay, here it is. I had no idea what I was in for, but preface on the book is literally titled Psychotic Teenage Bloodbath, an extreme horror novel. And it's the first in a series, allegedly. I like horror books, and the title got me, so I was like, fuck it, I'll try it. So essentially, the book starts, this is very early in the book, so if you're curious about reading it, I'm not spoiling anything for you. Just a big preface on that one. But essentially, there's 2 girls who are in a relationship in high school, and they're bullied to the point where one of them is literally bullied to death, and she gets pushed off a roof or whatever, and she's in a coma. And she's starting to develop powers to control people while from her coma. Something like that's all I got. I don't know details, but that's basically what's happening so far. And I'm just going to read it. So Charlie is our main character. That's the person. That's like our narrator, right? You're just going to die. I've read this out loud to 3 different people so far because it's the weirdest thing I've ever heard in my life. Okay, where does it? Okay, so there's a bully named Michelle, and that's the one that like bullied her girlfriend off a roof. And that's so there's Michelle and there's Charlie, and then Lynette is nobody, just to give you a whatever. Now what? Snapped Michelle. Not your girlfriend or not a vegetable? Charlie clamped her mouth shut. She wouldn't rise to the bait. Michelle turned to Lynette. So what's your story? You a queer too? You guys are like weeds. You cut one down, another one springs up in its place. Really mean bully. A loud crackle echoed across the PA. Michelle briefly looked up and then continued. What are you, mute? She put her elbows on the table, looking directly at Lynette. I'm talking to you, bitch. I'm just trying to eat my lunch, she said. The PA cracked again, then a curious thing happened. Distant horns drifted through the speakers. It was enough to silence the lunch hall. The assembled kids looked up in surprise and confusion. A song was playing, but not just any song. It was If You Leave Me Now by Chicago. Charlie stared at the PA system. What the hell? Oh my God, readers! Oh, you have come. Oh, Valen. You have come at such an excellent time. I'm literally just reading a passage from a book I started recently, and it's the most epic shit I've ever... You please stay. Please stay for 5 minutes. Welcome, Raiders. This is a gift for you. Preface. Book about a lesbian couple where one of them gets bullied off the roof of a building and is in a coma and is now having powers over people to control them. Oh, the book is titled Psychotic Teenage Bloodbath. Like I expected any less. But, titles can be misleading. Welcome, Raiders. This is my gift for you. A loud gurgle cut through the music. It came from Michelle's stomach. She glanced down at it, then straightened up, shifting uncomfortably. Charlie listened to the music. She hadn't heard this song since her and Susan's last aunt Susan, coma girlfriend. Despite the memories it held, she had actively avoided the song, promising herself that the next time she heard it, Susan would be in her arms again and they would be dancing. And now, Michelle farted. It was a tremendous sound, a great, ripping blast of juddering flatulence. Her mouth opened, her body going rigid. The smell was foul. Charlie and Lynette kicked their chairs back, retreating to a safe distance. They made brief eye contact, then turned to the frozen statue of Michelle. The bully fidgeted in her pleated floral skirt, and the music abruptly stopped as she farted again. It echoed across the hall, and there was an utter, devastating silence for several seconds before one of the football jerks burst out laughing. Holy shit, Michelle had the tacos! Ha 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 ha! He shouted. The bully tottered forwards, then froze, her body clenching. Without turning her head, she addressed Charlie. What did you do to me? Another burst of wind. Charlie could have sworn she saw the girl's skirt billow. More laughter. Everyone in the hall now staring, backing away from the terrible odor that surrounded Michelle like an impenetrable force field. Then the unthinkable happened. I'm gonna hold on. Cheers. It's gonna get good. It's the best. Then the unthinkable happened. Michelle raised her head to the heavens and screamed as a torrent of murky brown shit flooded down her legs. Chaos erupted. People nearby fled far enough to avoid the splatter of feces on their shoes, but not so far that they wouldn't get to witness the event. Michelle took a step forwards, and more shit blasted out of her. Her panties, filled with her own waste, dropped to her ankles. She kept going, walking like a malfunctioning robot, leaving a trail of excrement in her wake. She turned and pointed at Charlie. You did this! She cried as her bowels emptied over the slick floor. Michelle stood there in a pool of her own shit. She gagged, doubling over, clutching her stomach. What the fuck? Someone shouted. The laughter had begun to die away, though traces remained. The stench was too much for some, who ran from the hall and vomited in the corridor. Michelle fell to her knees in a lumpy puddle. Ew, a girl cried, but no one was prepared for what would happen next. Michelle arched her back and farted again. Blood exploded from her anus, evacuating at such a force that it hit several boys standing on a table to get a better view, knocking one of them off his feet. Charlie pressed up against the wall. She turned to Lynette. Let's get the fuck out of here. They slid along the wall as Michelle writhed in agony. The girl staggered to her feet, arms outstretched, something pink and slippery dangling from between her buttocks. It looked like her intestines. They kept coming, sliding out of her asshole and coiling on the ground between her feet. Laughter turned to screaming and wailing and crying and vomiting. So much vomiting. The lunch hall stank like the inside of a portable toilet. The last of Michelle's long intestines slopped out in a steaming pile. She stood straight and raised her hands in the air, her belly visibly vibrating, her ass cheeks rumbling. She bent over, fingers clawing through the muck, and unwittingly pointed her filthy bare ass at a large portion of the student body. They scrambled to get away, falling over one another in panic. One girl trampled underfoot as the stampede began. "Oh shit," said Lynette. "Oh shit indeed," said Charlie, grabbing Lynette's hand and running for the exit. They didn't look back, not even as Michelle's desperate cries hit a cacophonous fever pitch. They reached the door ahead of the remaining student body, making it through just in time. 2 seconds later, Michelle Strunk's ass exploded. Charlie slammed the door as gallons of blood rained down against it. Then thumps of fleshy chunks splattered down on the few students who hadn't fled the scene. It sounded like a thunderstorm had broken out. Charlie and Lynette stumbled down the hallway, holding their noses and gagging, never showing in their desperate quest to reach for fresh air. A stern-faced janitor passed them, carrying a wet mop that dripped water as he walked. "What's that smell?" he growled. One of you goddamn kids shit themselves?" Charlie, her face green with nausea, looked at him. "Man, you're gonna need a bigger mop." What the fuck? And of course my alerts are muted. Zendivia, thank you so much for the donation to our charity. I fucking appreciate you. That was excellent timing. What'd you guys think? Pretty great, right? So no shit. The chapter before, like the first instance we get where her girlfriend who's in a coma is starting to get control of people. So the bullies like steal Charlie's underwear out of her locker and put them in a teacher's desk with a love note. So this teacher holds her after class, and he's like real pervy about it. Like, "I know you've always had a thing for me, da 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 da," and literally tries to bend her over a desk to spank her and give her corporal punishment. So he picks up a ruler, and then all of a sudden he starts bashing himself in the head with said ruler. And then he takes a protractor out of his desk, like a compass, and stabs his wiener onto the desk, and then uses the metal ruler to chop it off. And that's her girlfriend. You do it. It's this book. It's wild. Wild. So good. So good. And I know all y'all out there with penises are like, "Wow, that's disturbing." I'm sorry. If you try to spank a teenage girl inappropriately, you deserve to chop your own penis off. It is called Psychotic. I think it's literally Psychotic Teenage Bloodbath. Book 1. Ah! Catherine. I grabbed the pen instead of the iPad like a dumbass. I mean, I didn't know what to expect. Titles can be anything. Honestly, titles of books and shit can be anything. I really didn't think it would be that. Yeah, name totally tracks. Yeah, Psychotic Teenage Bloodbath, an extreme horror novel. So, I didn't know what to expect, but now I'm here. And I'm there. I'm doing it. It's happening. It's something to share with loved ones. 100%. This is something you give Nana on Christmas. You guys share memories with this. Yes, it's definitely. I'm always looking. Yeah, an unprotected. Oh, I left the case in my bedroom. My case started doing this thing where it's causing pressure on one part of the screen. So like if I try to scroll, it thinks I'm pushing here too. It's really weird. I need to get a different case. I just took it off recently because I noticed it was doing that. It was like dragging my finger. It quite usually fits its title, right? Quite unusually, excuse me, right? They never fit the title, and it truly does. I mean, it is just, it's one of, I've been getting through it pretty fast. It's one of those books where it's just constant action. It's not a lot of like foobar, sitting around talking about shit. I would say extreme is a perfect description, very much so. And I mean, I'm only 27% done with the book. Like, where's it gonna go? It opened up with a teacher hacking his dick off. Gory parts are done. Oh yes, I have finished. Just to give you an abstract, Michelle's ass exploded. That's it. She's dead now. I'm assuming. I could tell you how, Robo.
You want to get real, bitch?
Thank you for helping with our charity. My team is literally less than $3,000, a lot less now. Well, we're at. Wait, wait! Oh my God! Someone donated in our team just hit 100,000. Someone donated in our team hit 100,000.
Our team just hit $100,000 in 2 weeks? What the fuck? Oh
my God. Victoria Ryan just took our third place. And that's why we reached 100,000. So, like, I'm really glad our team reached its goal, but also we have to beat Victoria Ryan. Let me show. How do I? This one. There we go. So this is the Control-Alt-Delete. So raised 100. Holy shit! For this year in our Lord Satan 2024, Control-Alt-Donate for St. Jude has raised in a little over 2 weeks $100,197.36 fucking cents. Holy shit! Victoria Ryan is beating us by about $540. So, side note, if we reach our 6,000, then I do the ESO thing, but also we beat Victoria Ryan.
Not that I'm a competitive person, but 3 is my favorite number. So.
If you know any oil people, billionaires, old ladies with cash in the mattress, whatever, I don't know. Amazing. Yeah, I mean, seriously, it's a team thing. Like, at the end of the day, if you give money to St. Jude's, I don't give a fuck what creator you give it through, or if you just give it directly, just please help out St. Jude's. That being said, the fact that our team did this in under 2 weeks is fucking insane. I mean, fucking what? That's incredible. That happened in less than 40 minutes, because no shit, 40 minutes ago, it was $3,000 away from 100,000. Holy dick farts. You guys, I don't know what to say. Thank you. If I could come up with better incentives to get people who have money to give to St. Jude's to give it, I would. I have terrible ideas. I'm terrible at this, but this is fucking amazing. Like, what a fucking honor to be a part of something like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Super fucking cool. Right? I'm not a competitive person, but I might cry myself to sleep for the next 70 years if I don't win. And I believe our team is in 3rd place overall. We might be higher now, though, simply because we just hit 100,000. Hold on. I'm going to open Discord and see if I can get into it today. Because Geck literally puts together the numbers every day for everybody's, like, standing, the top earners, blah, blah, blah. Well, that page shows the teams right there. Or what do you mean by, what do you mean? What information about the teams? Because that page shows the other teams. That page that we were just on. But I don't know, like, what do you, what, like, what you looking for? Oh, I'll show you. Just one moment. I'll go back. Give me a sec. Give me 1 sec. I'm just going into our thing real quick. Announcements with a 3,000. Oh my God, it was one donation from one person. Oh my God, $3,000 from Delta 39. Holy shit. Big fucking wow. Okay, so wow. These were the stats from this morning, but I think this was way before we hit 100,000. So our ClassyKatie, this channel, we're in 27th place overall in the entire organization of St. Jude's, which is fucking amazing. We were 3rd place. We're now 4th place because of, we're not going to talk about it. Our team was in 3rd place, probably still in 3rd place because it looks like center stage is at 122,000. So if anyone has $20,000 you would like to throw at me right now, I'll do anything you want, and we would be 2nd place, which would be sick. And then so Smashly is 5th place overall in the organization. Daniel the Demon is 6th place. We're 27th. Danica is 32nd. But now Victoria is going to be in there too. Victoria Ryan was 67th, but Victoria Ryan went from 3,000 to 6,000 just now in that second from that wonderful human being. Delta, whoever the fuck you are, you don't know who I am. Bless you. I can't explain that amount of money, what that does for a human being, their family, and the results of their care in a hospital system. Holy shit. There are no words for the kindness of humans. I mean, same, Chesh. Honestly, one of the cool things about being a streamer and getting to do stuff like this, I'm not the type, I've never had disposable income to donate large amounts of money and actually make a difference in an organization. But if I can bring people together, and it's everybody says it, but it's true. Like $1 from 100 people makes $100. It's kind of like that concept. Not everybody has $1. I'm not an ignorant chud like that. Like money is money. We're all fucking poor out there. But you know what I mean? It's like and I feel like that's most of the, if not all the streamers on my team, I feel like I could speak for. It's just like bringing the attention, like, hey, because I mean, no shit. Before I started streaming, I had no concept of St. Jude's other than those damn commercials you saw once in a while. I had no idea what the organization actually did. It was just like all those other fucking organizations that have commercials on TV that are like, adopt a child that has flies on its face or something. And you're like, this is a scam. I don't know. I just had no idea. And to know that they, like, what they do. Gek, I don't want to talk about it! Gek, I have oh my God, Fable. You generous fuck. Thank you for the $10 to our charity. We're literally on the page right now. And, like, it's really hard to be mad, disappointed, or anything when our team in a little over 2 weeks raised $100,000. 12 communities on Twitch came together and raised $100,000. Oh my God. And it just went up because of you guys. $207.36. Like, it's so hard to really feel any negative emotion knowing that fact right now, watching this. That being said, we're officially in 4th place, and Victoria Ryan's in 3rd, and all I'm saying is if you give one person on our team $20,000, then our entire team would be in 2nd place, and that would be sick. And by I mean that to the charity. Please don't give me that money. I don't know what to do if that happens. Please don't do that. Oh my God, please don't do that. This means, I mean, that's the thing. Like, we were beating Danica's ass, and I'm like, I'm not as close with Victoria to the point where I feel comfortable saying I'm going to beat that ass. But like, we're being beat right now by $130. And I don't like it. But that's fine. Because our team got $100,000! That is fucking insane. $100,000. I mean, we're doing this for, like, what? How far are we from 1st place? Oh, let me see. That's a good question. Let me pull up Gek. I love you, Gek. Gek does these amazing, like, in our Discord, he gives us this full update every single morning on the status of our team and everything. It's so fucking nice. So, oh my God, we are $160,000 away from 1st place. 1st place is Simsy Squad with $260,057. $260,057.70. 2nd place is Center Stage with $122,863.01, and then 3rd place is us with our new total, which is $100,207.36 in the entire organization, which is fucking amazing. Again, oh, wait, Victoria is Witchy's bestie IRL. Does that mean I can beat that ass? Is it like a steps of Kevin Bacon? Because we need to fucking beat that ass. You know what I'm saying? Handprints. 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 We may have reached our 100,000 goal, but we are 3rd place right now, and I hate it. I mean, we're 4th place, and I hate it. Find your rich grandma, your oil magnate uncle, your independently wealthy aunt, bring them here. I can usually win over old people. I'll make them love me. We'll get some money for the charity. We'll be third place. And then everyone can sleep at night. Yeah? Does that sound fucking great? Help the children. I'm serious. I mean, it's fine. It's not going to haunt me. And I'm definitely not going to think about it every moment of my existence that we're in fourth place right now. Because I'm not a competitive person and things like that don't bother me. But like, if you give our team $20,000, I will do anything. Like, I'd rather our team be in second place than us be in third place. Do you know what I'm saying? That being said, if you give it to me, we will be in third. We'll be in third place easily. Like, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. I'm not saying like don't go poor. Again, this is serious, Katie. Like, you have to take care of number one first. Do not, even if it's the funnest thing in the world and I'm the most compelling person in the world, if you can't pay your bills, put your hands down. I never want to see that. I don't think there's one person in the world that won't want to put another person at a disadvantage to help someone else. Like, take care of yourself. But if you have a rich aunt, uncle, nana, dog, I don't know, bring them by. Tell them about the kids. I can talk about it all fucking day. They're amazing. And they do it right. Squish the cat. Wait.
Squish that cat.
I remembered!
Did you take your joy today?
Take your joy.
Never forget to take your joy.
Dude, Chesh.
And I guarantee your day will go as smooth as velvet.
Chesh, if you are willing to, like, no shit, like one of your paintings, buy your rats to auction off if we hit a goal, I would 1000% do that and be so fucking honored. I'd want that on my wall. Hell yeah. We'll add that to the seriously, to the $6,000, because $6,000 would put me back in third place and I'll be a happy Katie. But if we hit the $6,000, we'll auction off a hand painting by the cute ratsies, which are fucking cute. We've seen them and I love them. Wait, anything? Is it free or absolutely free? Wait, what is it? Ready to get broke? Wait, I'm gonna get broke? Is it by the video? Hold on, I didn't even, where is chat? I was trying to find chat to get your link, Robo, and I was going through all my tabs like, where the fuck is it? If I open it up on this one, if it has sound, we get fucked. Good morning, Mike. How are you? Quim, good morning. How are you? I hope you're doing well. You got the pride flags done? Are they cute as fuck? Oh, no, dude, Revoltcon throwback. I might have missed it. I might have been reading that damn book. Which is fucking fascinating, but also the most terrifying, like, gross thing I've ever read in my life. If I hadn't just bought a whole pig pork, I would have donated more. Dude, feed yourself. Yeah, food, important. And that's what I'm saying. And I know the vast majority of you are grown adults who are my age and you know better. Like, none of you would put yourself at a detriment to help the charity. That being said, if you're not putting yourself at a detriment and you got $5, please help out. That's it. That's it. But don't ever, like, obviously, right? I don't support that. I would never. I don't want anyone subbing to me, donating to me, or my charity if you can't take care of yourself. I give a fuck about you. You are important just as much as a charity, or you know what I mean. You know what I mean. I don't want to get sappy about it. I gotta repack my bowl. You know what I mean. Take care of yourself. Oh my God. Rod, are you kidding? Would you actually do that? Rod has just thrown out that he's willing to get a tattoo of my choice if we hit 6,500. Little, and I wouldn't fuck him. Those are forever, and I'm not an asshole, but like. Oh. Dude, I mean, that would be fucking sick. Yeah, I would and it would be like the size of a quarter and just, I know I'm an asshole. I ain't gonna put an asshole thing on. I might put a literal asshole, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean? I would never. Rod's my actual friend. I want to keep him around. A dick rhino? Dude, dick butt. Oh my God, though. Oh, save it for later? Okay, hold on. Got it. Got him. Dude, I mean, Chesh, that's what I'm doing, right? It's all we can do. That's what I'm doing. I mean, I myself do not have $20,000 to donate to a charity. I don't have $100 to donate to a charity. But I can try to bring people together who might, you know? Give him a tramp stamp. I would let him pick where it goes. I don't think I could do that to him, dude. Tattoos are forever. I'm covered in them. So Victoria first said she's not into rivalries because she wants you and Danica to like her like she likes you. And then I said hot tubs were involved and she was on board. We beat the ass. Wait, is she gonna... Does that mean we have another mermaid? Can you spell tramp? Tramp? Rod? ROD. What? Okay, I'm flattered that you guys are so willing to help with this. Because seriously, I try to come up with incentives and stuff like that, and I don't know. I'm tapped, I guess. My brain is tapped, but like 100%, I am down with throwing those in there. Vissy, my love, how are you? We're talking about donation incentives because no shit, Viss, get this. Vissy, you'll love this. This is crazy. Our team, Control Alt Donate, hit $100,000 today, which is astounding. I don't know. It's just fucking mind-blowing. That being said, the reason our team did that is a wonderful, kind, generous soul donated $3,000 to Victoria Ryan, and that's what bust our nut over the 100,000, which is the coolest thing that's ever happened in the whole world. That being said, big fucking asterisk, it also bumped us to 4th place by $140. And while I'm not a competitive person, gotta beat that ass. I yearn for the 3. I have no disillusions as to a 2 or a 1, but I see a 3 in our future. I don't know what you're talking about, Vissy. I'm not competitive at all! I'd love to win. Please. Again, I'm not like saying to detriment yourself. Find your rich aunties, the rich uncles, the nanas, the whatever. Find people who give a fuck. Because, like, this is not okay. It's all for the kids, dude, seriously, and that's the thing. It quite literally is for children and their families and taking care of them, and so I will push myself and I'll get a piercing, I'll get a tattoo, I don't give a fuck, I'll do anything. Like, let's just keep going. I mean, it's still going and we've already hit our goal, and I just don't, I don't want anybody to be like, oh, our goal's over with now. No, it's not. We're still going. Like, I'm sure most of us have had a medical bill at one point in our lives, and we know those never stop. So it's like, one big charity is the best thing in the world, but if we could, what if we double it? You think we can fucking double it? Ooh, do you like bar class? One of my best friends from high school, she was a year older than me. We ended up going to the same college, and she teaches bar. Like, she's been doing it now for like 15 years maybe. Hades Rings, I included you because maybe they want to, oh, dude, I would be flattered beyond reason, but, I would never get my hopes up. I think it's the coolest thing that someone's doing something like that. If you really want to pull out the stops, have Zach and the guys push for your team during drop frames. Bet Koa has some rich fans out there. Yeah, I've mentioned the charity a few times. It feels, I don't know, feels kind of, how do I say this without being a dick? If people gave a fuck about the charity, they'd probably talk about it without us begging them to talk about it. Sip. But that's just me. Someone drink all my tea? Me too. What a cunt. It feels weird begging people like, will you please mention St. Jude's when like it, you know. I know if we can win, I mean, that's literally like, I'm not, like, that's why I threw in, I mean, I've thrown in the fucking, like, everything I have. Hot tub, mermaid tails. Danica came up with mermaid tails. Every cosplay I could possibly imagine. I'm gonna shibari myself, for fuck's sake, man. Rod's thrown in a tattoo. Chesh is gonna auction off a painting. Like, I don't know what else to do for the children, but I would like to. Vissy's gonna do my hair. Rod's gonna do my makeup. Like, we've done so many things. Oh, side note, check this shit. I got 2 of them on. They work, and I'm real excited about it. It's a pain in the dick to get them on, though. But they work, and I'm very fucking excited. Sometimes they just need a reminder, 100%. And I do gentle reminders and stuff, but I'm never going to beg someone to help with something like that. Like, they didn't sign up to join the stream team. They didn't sign up to do something like this. Like, probably do their own thing, whatever. No shit. Yeah, that was $5.50. So I love shibari. I think it's super pretty, and I follow a lot of accounts on Instagram, and there's a lot of women on there who do, like, shibari to themselves, where it's, like, clothing shibari. I don't know how to describe that, but it'll be, like, shibari bracers, a shibari corset, shibari, like, leg corsets, what the fuck ever. It's so cool. And it's a way you can do it to yourself because, like, I don't know anyone who does shibari and I don't like strangers touching my body. So, like, that's not an option. But doing it to myself is cool. And so I vowed to do that, which I thought, and that we hit that. What was 6,000? Didn't we? Oh, God, I've already forgotten. The next 6,500 is Rod's going to get a tattoo of my choice. 6,000 was, what did we just say it was? Why am I like this? ESO, Jesus Christ, ESO. I'm going to reinstall ESO, go in and sodomize myself with my house. Because I didn't know, but people really want to see that butt. An Echo cosplay? Who's Echo? Hold on. Who is Echo? Echo from... I'm going to Google it. I'm going to write him down. Thank you. It's only 2 things. It's crazy that my brain forgets it that fast. Oh my God. The whole house is a keister rage. It's actually kind of epic. This was, I mean, I haven't played ESO in 5 years, and I used to be like a hardcore, everyday, constant player. I was big on PvP. And their housing in ESO is phenomenal. Just to start that, I need a pen. Where's my, oh, there's a pencil. Their housing is phenomenal. Oh, I love Echo. Oh, bitch. Oh my God. I don't need to Google that. Bitch. Is that like horribly sad though if I'm Jinx and you're Echo? I don't know. But that would be fucking amazing. So 6K is ESO, and then 6,500 Rod said you get a tattoo of my choice. Rod, and then Chest Shed, they would auction off, like literally, like raffle off one of their paintings if we hit 6,500. So I'm gonna throw that in too, which is super cool. And I'm very appreciative. You are kind as fuck. And then, man, 7K Vissy comes out here and we make Echo and Jinx a thing. Ghetto! Welcome, Raiders. My name's Katie, and it's wonderful to see all of you. How are you? A custom, no shit. So Chesh, you're fucking wonderful. A custom painting, which, by the way, is painted literally by her little ratskis, and they're the cutest shits ever. It's like the smallest amount of obviously safe paint for the ratsies because they lick their feetsies, but it's their little tiny feetsy prints. It's the cutest shit you've ever seen in your life. It's tempera paint. Is that what it is? And they get a bath after. They probably love that. Yeah, I've had that I've had to use that paint before because my dogs lick everything. And I'm terrified they're going to eat something. Aw, boo. Robo will be here waiting patiently for your return. Isn't Echo black? Yeah, I'm going to blackface for the charity, Knives. Didn't you? Were you not here when we were talking about that earlier? Like, blackface. Totally appropriate if it's for the children. It hurts to say it out loud. No, Knives. I'm going to cosplay the tall, skinny, white bitch. Far more fitting. Although, the fact that we just got you to sit with that for a good couple minutes kind of is great. Like, were you evaluating our friendship in those moments? That's great. Cheers. I would never. My God. As long as Vissy agrees, Viata, yeah. Did Viss... I'm not sure if I saw Vissy agree. Not that I mean, that's an amazing idea. Honestly, I kind of just want to trumpet and say she has to because that's a great idea, Glut. Like, good job. I love that. Do you remember League of Legends Arcane? Do you remember Jinx and her little bomb and when the very beginning? Vissy's if we raise. Oh, by the way, our team hit 100,000, which is fucking amazing.
Congratulations.
Thank
That's
you.
Awesome.
We're still going though. So we were trying to come up with goals, and Vissy said at 7,000 she'll come out here and we'll cosplay Echo and Jinx together. Echo's the one Jinx like hallucinates. Zach has to go readjust. No shit. If I remember correctly, does Echo have like a bundle of dreads a little bit that come forward or something? And that's about it. Which, I mean, Vissy's hair grows relatively fast. That's easy. Yeah, we're coming up with charity goals because the charity's not done, and I want to come up with good ones, and I'll find a way to get our new goals on the screen. But as long as Vissy's down, like that's the cool. I mean, like Vissy's gonna say no, right? That's the coolest idea. All right, Vissy and me, Echo, dude. Good job, Glut. I love that. I love hate it. Oh, is it a mohawk? I think you're right. It is. Yeah. You've earned 1/5 Zeke's beard worth. Oh, God. What time do I normally wake up in comparison to Zeke? Oh, hours. I usually wake up like around 6:37 in the morning-ish. And on a day he works, his alarm goes off at 9:30. But he just kind of like lays in bed and waits for his body to wake up until like right before stream starts. Whereas I kind of have to move and get my blood moving and like wake myself up before I function as a human. But I mean, on a day off, he could stay in bed until 1. He's one of those that can sleep in. I've never in my whole life been able to sleep in my life. I just can't. Like, sleeping in for me is 7:30, 8 o'clock. Like, that's like, I wake up like, oh, this is so late, my day is gone. I've never, even in high school, never could sleep in. I don't know, I'm broken. It sucks. I would love to, but I can't. Boo Lit has to work at 8, but my ass has been having the worst sleep lately. Dude, I have the worst sleep and still wake up at those times. I hate it so much. My fucking roommate, I'm so jealous of that. Yeah, Echo has current default male black hair. Yeah, that's what I only play TFT. I haven't watched Arcane in a bit, and in TFT, every character is so small, you can't tell what they fucking look like. I can't go to bed, but I can sleep all day. Isn't that weird? Why does sleeping when the daylight's out feel so good? Is it sleeping if you don't write? I don't know. I don't know. His alarm goes off for an hour? Absolutely not. I'd go throw it out a window. This is a great song. Sleeping past 9 a.m. is just a recipe for the depresso espresso. Me too. I feel like my day is gone. And I feel like sluggish and shit. Turn it up a little for you. Unless I have an awful hangover, in which case 5 hours regardless of bedtime. So no shit, ghetto. Someone taught me this when I was like in college, and I don't know if it's a placebo or whatever, but I swear it works. If I drink, which is fucking never. If I drink and I wake up, like, for some reason I'm the same. If I drink, I wake up dumb early the next day, no matter what. I've never slept in after drinking. I wake up almost earlier than normal, like 5 a.m. And someone told me it's because your blood sugar's all out of whack. You're not just dehydrated, you know, your alcohol, sugar, blah, blah, blah. We all know this. But they told me, like, go to the kitchen, eat a spoonful of peanut butter, and drink a glass of water and go to bed. And I swear to God, it will conk me for another 4 hours. It's like the recipe for naps. I don't know what it is. Spoonful of peanut butter and glass of water, and you just go lay down, and your body, I'm out. I mean, maybe not another 4 hours, but at least a little bit. More than, you know, nothing. A dab bar? Like weed dabs? Or like what? My body's been awakening and hurting, and brain has been on hate. Absolutely enjoy my time in America. Good. Viata, I feel that. I don't want to be woken up anytime. Kaki and I have 2 alarms. Hers goes off at 6 a.m. Mine goes off at 6:30. We do this so we can have 30-minute cuddle times. That's fucking precious. I thought you were going to say it staggers showers or something. That's so adorable. I will stab motherfucker if I get less than 6. I get downright vicious. I feel that. I just can't. Like, I can't force myself to sleep more. That's going to be a shitty day. Peanut butter. Yeah, spoonful of peanut butter. Is there something on my camera? There's a fog here. Oh my God, there's something on my camera. I'll have to get a tissue. Weed, a dab bar. That's fucking sick. I didn't even know that existed. One of the weirdest things I learned about when on my constant glucose meter was that my blood sugar starts to rise about an hour or 2 before I wake up as my body boots back up. Interesting. Bodies are fascinating. She could do it. Dabs, man, I've only dabbed once or twice in my life. They gave me free dabs because I spent over $50. What? What? I was not even on this planet when we got back in the car. I'd be in a coma. Yeah, I would have been fucking gone. That's amazing. I love that. I'm in bed by 10 most nights and awake before 7 even without an alarm. See, I can't get to sleep before 1 a.m., but I still wake up around 7. I think 6 hours of sleep is my happy place. Or something, some shit. Like, that's where my brain rests in its... I think. Because any more than that, and I tend to feel groggy. Kind of, like, too much. Yes, Rage. Yes. The dude in his car talking about, like, I just wanted to go to Target, but now I'm stuck in my car because it's become a spaceship and I don't know how to fly. What is the video called? Why do white people make their edibles so strong? It's legendary. It's one of the fucking best. I would prefer whatever you're having, Katie, because I can't function without 10 hours of sleep. And sometimes 12. Damn. That's a lot, and I don't like it, but I also can't control it. You can't. I mean, at least you know your body. I assumed it was due to my brain disorder, but it might just be long sleep syndrome. I mean, honestly, I worked in a sleep clinic for a very short stint while I was in respiratory school just for extra money and to learn about some sleep stuff. Because we do deal with a lot of CPAPs and stuff like that, which is absolutely sleep study stuff. And what I learned is everybody sleeps different. There's no correct circadian rhythm. I personally don't think there is one. I think everybody just has the way you sleep, you know, like It's like being a night owl or a morning person, or like I always say, I'm not a sleep person. Like I would just, if I can avoid sleep, I will. At all costs, I'd rather do than sleep, which is terrible because you need sleep. But if I could, I would avoid that shit. Wait, sorry to drag us back to this, but did we make a goal past 7K? We did not. We are at 7K. Unless I missed one. It's also a case your body kind of turns everything up in order to counteract some of the depressant effects of the alcohol. Oh. And even when the alcohol's all been metabolized, it takes a while for your body to get back to normal. So there's a period after drinking where you can be kind of wired. Yeah. I really don't drink often, but I know what you're talking about. It's like that weird second wind feeling. Like, it's not real energy, but it's weird. What are you running from? I just wanted to go to Walmart. Now I'm stuck here in my car, turned into a spaceship, and I don't know how to fly it. Yeah. I love that video. He's fucking great. Oh, cheers. Is it for... Oh, dude, cheers. Those dads hit me hard at one point. I started thinking about my dog and just broke into tears for 5 minutes straight. That happens to me. I've definitely got high to the point where I'm like, do my dogs know I love them? No, but do they? Yes, Katie. Shit. I gotta grind up weed. I'm late on I'm late on it. Damn it. Marijuana experts, a question: water pipe or dryer vaporizer? If water pipe, what should I look for? Question back at you. Are you looking for something that's going to be like a mobile contraption that you can like stick in your bag and take places or whatever? Or is it something that's going to sit on your desk and just live there except when you clean it? Same, Casper, all the time. Like, I look at them and I'm like, am I giving you a good life? Do you know I would die for you? I just love you so much. Your lifespan's so short. Oh my god. Same. And then you just end up like cuddling them. You know what? You know what's crazy, Crispy? No shit. So many people almost said identical statements about crowd control in response to a tweet I made that I thought it was a bot. So I have avoided them like the plague. I'm not kidding. So many comments were just like, have you tried out crowd control? And I was like, it's a bot. And I straight up didn't. Is it real or are you botting me? What up, Taco? How are you, Honey Bean? Ugh. Easy to clean is a big one, too. Moving away from the vape pens, as they don't feel right high-wise, 100%. Portability would be nice, but not a big deal. So, bubblers are very, very portable. However, it's not something you can, like, pop in your bag and go off with, where the dryer vapes can be very, very beneficial in that way. So, like, I have both. I prefer my bubbler just because it has water. It has a water tank, and it cools the smoke down so much better than literally anything. And this is coming from a scientific point of view, by the way, not like the weed itself point of view, but in the research of ancient civilizations that lived in very cold parts of the world, we find that their lifespans were oftentimes a little bit shorter than other people's because they would develop esophageal cancer from excessive exposure of high temperatures, meaning I believe it was like temperatures over 180 degrees to the mucous membrane of the esophagus. Chronic exposure, meaning not enough time for those cells to turn over and heal or anything like that, leads to esophageal cancer. And it's because people in really cold countries, they had to boil and cook everything. In order to drink water, you had to cook snow. In order to eat, you had to cook your frozen meat, like everything. So everything they consumed was hot, but also to give themselves warmth on the inside, drinking something hot feels nice. Unfortunately, that chronic exposure to their throat. So, long story short, I apply that to the weed place because of the research we've been able to do, THC can't kill you. The way weed kills you is if a crate of it falls off of a top shelf and hits you on the head and breaks your neck. Other than that, all it can really do is make you feel like you're dying, but you're not dying. The most unhealthy aspect of consuming marijuana in most forms is the heat exposure to your mucous membranes of your throat. And at the rate that I smoke, like little hits all day, that's a lot of heat exposure. So the more I can cool my smoke down, the better for me. Also, I find dryer vapes are really hard to clean, in my opinion. And that's what you get. I can confirm that crowd control is good people. The dude that owns the company is someone I used to work with a long time ago. He's a good dude. No shit. He's literally like commented on my posts. He has written me messages, and I straight up, so many people, I thought it was like a scam. Like, you know, when someone is so desperately trying to work with you and you're me, how can you not help but think it's a scam? And now I feel like a dick. So I haven't thought about crowd control, and I don't know if they'd want to work with me anymore. Same, joints make my make my throat burn hard, yeah. Very much so, Rage, and especially with like disposable vapes and stuff like that. The problem is, and this is what CNEMOS has described to me, is that the coil isn't necessarily heating at like a consistent, regulated whatever temperature, and therefore your like the actual dab fluid, the distillate in there, is burning at different temperatures all over the place. And when you get really macromolecules, meaning it didn't burn at a hot enough temperature, and it's like really thick plumes of smoke, those can gather in your lungs and cause problems because we can't absorb that. To make it make sense that no two people sleep the same, because how the fuck would we have survived in the primal ages if everyone zonked out at night? 100% yeah. We likely developed individual rhythms so that a portion of us could stay awake and alert at nighttime. No shit, I read an entire study where they think that's a big part of ADHD. A lot of people who have like, you know, diagnosed like hardcore, I guess hardcore, whatever. Me, I've been told, I don't fucking know. Bad ADHD, they tend to be night people because the less stimulus there is, the more hyper aware we start to get. Whereas the more stimulus there is, the less hyper aware we are because we start to, it's like a brown noise a little bit, like gray noise. So like it starts to get dark and it starts to get quiet and our nerves just start to light on fire. So we tend to be night owl types of people. I guess this is a report I read. It was really interesting. When I had severe stomach issues due to anxiety, the docs I saw warned me of esophageal cancer from throwing up constantly. Yep, stomach acid does it too. It also can eat away your teeth. I gotta say, smoking pure flower from a little bowl pipe seems pretty likable to me. That's exactly what I do. It's like, I've just found through the years, it's the easiest, straightforward way of smoking weed that cools that smoke down to a really nice temperature where I'm not. If I cough, it's very rarely from the temperature of the weed. Even when I say, oh, that was a hot hit, I've described this before, but for those just swinging by, if you came by on one of the raids, thank you for hanging out. A hot hit means it was a really big hit that is causing all of my vessels to dilate very extremely in 1 second, and it makes all of the heat of my body raise to the surface in 1 second, and I'll sweat for about a minute. It's not the temperature of the smoke I've just inhaled. Random question. I love there's no such thing as off topic. You know this. Am I a jerk for messing with a bid on something I want on eBay to kind of make the person pay more? No. I'm the dick who, if you're weaving in and out of traffic on the freeway, I'm that person that speeds up and brakes and speeds up and brakes to stop you. We're all kind of a dick. Sometimes. Don't traffic weave. You're a douche. That lane's not faster. That lane's not faster. Trust me. Cheers. Where's my lighter? I mean, as long as you're not, I mean, you probably already know this, like, you're not fucking with them in terms of ways that would fuck you, like jacking up the price to $1 million or something. That's cruel, but that's no way. Like, why? Okay, so if you go with a water pipe, what to look for and avoid. Honestly, there's certain designs. I wish I had the one. There's one water pipe, and like we call them a bubbler, basically. This is a water pipe or a bubbler. It's basically a miniature bong. It has a little tank of weed and then lots of space for the smoke to sit. So in general, very general, you want to have a decent, like at least an inch of water that sits in there where it's not going to be sucked into your mouth. So make sure there's a good enough tank size. And then I find the more space for the smoke to sit before I inhale it, the more likely it's going to be a lot more cooled down. Versus so basically the length between here and here, the shorter that is, the hotter that smoke's gonna be, the longer it is. You know what I'm saying? But there is, I have a bong somewhere in my house. I might have gotten rid of it, a bubbler. That essentially, it's just this weird design flaw that I've found in some bubblers. Where, do you see how this pipe goes in and down, and then it connects to the bottom, and that's where the bubbles come out if I hit it? Some bubblers, that pipe will go down, and then another one, glass pipe, will go up the case to the mouthpiece. And so basically the smoke is almost never like submerged in the water, but the pipes are in the water and they're cold and blah, blah, blah. There's a theory to it. Those are impossible to clean. I'm not kidding when I say you can turn them upside down and the water doesn't pour out because of this fucking goddamn it piping on the inside. You can't pour the water out. Like, it's trapped. And again, it's such a waste of weed, in my opinion, to smoke out of dirty, disgusting bong water. Why would you do such a thing? I rinse my bong every single day, do fresh water, do a hot water rinse on it. And that is such a pain in the dick if you can't clean it. This one, super easy to clean. This one's literally available on Hemper, and I have a discount code. You can use Classhole, but no pressure. Get one where you like it. I like Hemper because they have fun bongs that don't cost thousands of dollars. It's the only place I've found that has, like, interesting, you know, not just a fucking beaker for $125. They have, like, cool shapes and stuff, and they won't break your pocket. They won't break the bank. They're equivalent to other bongs prices. But, you know, you can get a little crystal ball, or you can get, do not, though, no shit. If you go to Hemper, that's the one I'm talking about. It's the Hemper, it's a Mario pipe. It looks like it's a bubbler, not a pipe, but it looks like the bloop, bloop, bloop pipe from Mario. And it's got the chomp flower is the bowl. I think it's cute as fuck. Very tempting. Do not get it. You can't clean it. Unless you want to be a filth fuck. Also, that's a really good point, Vis. So if you're anything like me and you talk with your hands and you've got your bong in front of you, having a nice solid base on that bubbler is really nice. This one, no shit. So you see the water line, but this bottom like protrusion, that is solid glass. This thing is relatively heavy for how tiny it is because that's just one huge solid glass platform, but it makes it so I have hit this at least 100 times while talking to you guys on stream and it's never tipped over. It just scoots, or it kind of does like a teeter and then goes back like one of those bozo clowns. So finding a nice solid base is really nice. Really good piece of advice. There are like, oh man, Vissy and I had the same experience with another Hemper one. Hemper's not perfect, but they have one on there that looks like a flower vase. And I don't know if it's supposed to be like an incognito bong or it's just for funsies, but the bowl is a rose and the bong looks like a cute little vase. It's the most top-heavy piece of shit I've ever experienced in my life. It just tips over and breaks. That's it. All you have to do is look at it and it tips over and breaks. Oh my god, Waffle, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive and giving it any swings. I appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, that thing, I have it on a shelf somewhere because it's just not even worth having near myself because it's quite literally, the base is more narrow than any part of the bong and it just wants to teeter. It's the worst. I wouldn't do that one. I'm trying to think. I mean, no shit. If you find one on a website that you like, we have the weed Discord channel, but you can also ask chat, be like, hey, have you guys seen this model? Anybody have an opinion? Because a lot of people have tried all of them. The XL flower vase, yeah. That. They have a small version too. It sucked. It's so cute. But the bowl also super sucked. The bowl was a pain in the ass. Glue a big base at the bottom. You totally could. That's true, Don. You can actually just click your username nowadays to see your follow age, which is kind of cool. That's like a new one. Not a new one, but you know. You know. Hold on, I'm trying to catch up. I talked too much. Everyone ends up with the same traffic lights in the end, yeah. Which I totally understand that I won't do it anymore. I had experience on a highway, traffic was packed. I had to pee so bad I was going to burst, but I couldn't just run into the woods. I went on the shoulder to try to go 1 mile to the exit. Oh, dude, some dude pulled over to get in my way. Okay, I'm not unsafe. I would never cause an unsafe situation, but like, I'm not like, they made a mistake getting in that lane. I'm going to let him back. Absolutely not. I'm going to ride that bumper. The person in front of me, you don't get back now. You lost your spot. Bye. You made bad decisions. Live with the consequences. You never know what's going on in the other driver's life to make the crazy shit. No, 100%. However, and I'm sure this is something I don't even need to see, but if you're ever in a moment in your car where you have to pee so bad that you're willing to drive dangerously, think about the fact that you might cause an accident because you had to pee and murder someone's children. Just piss yourself. Get a bottle, a towel, piss in your purse. Cars are like 2-ton steel machines going at 60 miles an hour, and there's babies all over the place. You know what I'm saying? I cannot tell you the amount of car shrapnel I've torn out of bodies in the ER for they're never a good reason. There's no good reason. But you know what I'm saying? I probably don't need to say this, but like, you know, dude, that's a pretty long follow age. I've been around too long. Car ran into a gas meter at the apartment complex next door. Fuck. Don't know if they're going to evacuate yet. Like, the gas, like, thing? Oh, fuck. I would, Chesh. I mean, I'm not going to say it. No ifs. It's going to be fine. But just be prepared. Be prepared. Okay, I have to pee really bad, so we're going to take our first break, and then we can play some Hades or whatever. But I do appreciate y'all's help with the fucking charity incentives. I'm stoked. These are dope. So, just a quick rundown of them. If we reach $6,000 for St. Jude's, I will reinstall ESO and reveal my 3-story high butt that sodomizes itself. If we reach 6,500, Chesh has offered to do a raffle giveaway for a custom your choice colors and everything painting. And buy her rats, which I think is very important because the footprints are everything. And Rod has vowed to get a tattoo of my choice about the size of a quarter, which is fucking phenomenal. At 7K, Vissy is going to come to my home, or we'll do something. Vissy and I are going to join forces and become Echo and Jinx from League of Legends together. Which, like, I'm already like an eighth of the way there, so fucking chop! Also, just a rough reminder that we are about $900 in 4th place right now. So, you guys, everyone is so much further in me. We're just gonna pretend that. We're not gonna. I have not been beaten Skilla. Beaten Skilla yet. I just keep on it. I mean, it's probably me, but I straight up just have been getting not shitty runs, but I'm getting the runs, my dudes. Runs where all I'm getting is like Silk and the green boogers and no fucking boons at all. And it's driving me nuts. Like, I keep getting to the fucking first boss with no boons, and I'm like, what the fuck? Dude, yay. Good morning, Momo. How are you? What'd you get, Viata? Yum. I won the Good Riddance from Hades played at mine. Oh my god, yes. At your funeral? Never played the game, but fuck me if that song doesn't make me a sobbing mess when I hear it, dude. The game makes you a sobbing mess. Don't worry about it. It's all across the board a sobbing mess. Please don't turn on. It's gonna turn on fucking Steam Big Picture. Don't do it. No one wants Big Picture. Thank you. I hate that shit. I love you, Rod. Thank you so much for offering up your body for St. Jude's. I mean, just a recap. So, because we're still raising, even though we've... Holy shit. It jumped again. It's crazy. Did one of you do something? No. Okay, it jumped again. Oh my god. We're officially at $100,563.05, our team. I just have it up. We're still, obviously, still going strong. But I have vowed at 6K, install ESO, sodomize. At 65K, Rod has offered up his body. He's going to get a tattoo of my choice, the size of a quarter. But also, Chesh has offered a custom painting by her ratties, which is fucking amazing. 7K, Vissy has vowed that we are going to come together. Whether I go there, she comes here, one of the two, and we're going to bring together the Jinx and the Echo cosplays, and they will be one together, which is, if you know the story, a little dark, but also awesome, and I secretly super want that, because not only would I get to hang out with Vissy an extra time, but, like, we'd be back in 4th place, which we're not. I mean 3rd place. So just a little update skis. Thank you, Rod, for giving your body. No, Ghetto, how could you? Oh, yeah, dude, Viata. Man, I was never really a Greek yogurt fan until I went to Greece. And it was everywhere. Like, everywhere we went, it was just Greek yogurt and granola with honey, like fresh honey and shit. And it was to die for, and now I'm addicted. It was so fucking good. Okay, I want to put chat up, but I want to keep that Tiltify up because it's just, I don't know where it went. Because we're about $900 in 4th place behind Victoria. I don't know, but it's growing, which is I mean, it's so cool. I love that. This is cool. It's so cool to be a part of something so fucking cool. I want you over there, and I want chat closer so I can see you guys. But yeah, like, I keep, every day that I've gotten to play Hades a couple hours on stream, no shit, inevitably, someone's like, oh yeah, I beat Skilla the first time, or I've only reached Kronos once, and I'm like, all right, I gotta call the parent card and just like, we're playing Hades. I just need to know. I need to go further. I need to be better. I need to be better. Your body language. It scares me in me. Everyone is so much further in me. Katie, why? Jesus Christ, oh man, those Freudian slips, they're the best. They're the best. Okay, I've chat moved, I can see you guys. Gam. Hades is amazing. Please play it if you love it. I can't tell how it's unfinished. I just don't even know if that's even a thing. It's so good. Every person I've seen beat whatever in this game is because of the weapon they're using. Yep, and that's I'm still leveling up my cauldron constantly and shit like that, and so like I'll just take whatever weapon gives me the bonus bones or whatever. And Trick had to take a shit, and I was like, all right, I was like, that happens, and I'm looking for him, and I could not see my dog in the yard, and I had a panic attack. The grass is so tall that when he squat shits, I couldn't see him behind the grass. I gotta weed whack. Or mow. It's grass, though. It's like grass. It's good grass. It's just too tall. Got a little too excited about my grass. Let it kind of go a little tall. What's the smiler? Oh my gosh, Lizzie. Were you here the day that my little sister and her boyfriend were on the stream? I don't remember. The last, 5 days are such a blur. He was telling us there's a bar. I don't know if it's in Portland or near Portland. Did you hear about Creepies, the bar called Creepies? Where they have, clown night? It's just a big no. You know what I'm saying? And, he loves it. That is the only thing I would say that's my one very minor complaint on that boy. Is he's not he's not ooh, clowns, but he thinks it's hilarious because they're creepy. And Sarah and I are both on the same token when it comes to clowns. Abso-fucking-lutely not. Kate, I don't have any seeds this year. I got my harvest though. Did you see my, how much? I said I weighed it. I don't remember, but I've been saving it because Glut got me, it's actually back there, I can see it. Glut got me a really cool weed cooking book that's actually a color book at the same time. It's really dope. And no pun intended. And it has a bunch of recipes in there, including the recipe on how to make weed butter. So I figured I'm going to make weed butter out of my homegrown. And you need a full ounce to do it. And that was one of the far back, that was the $250 thing, incentive or something. That was way the fuck back. Can of butter. He calls it something hilarious though. What does he call it? Hold on. It's like rocket fuel. Hold on. It's this guy. We've seen him on TikTok and shit. He's fucking hilarious. Bubba, what is his name? Stoner Gump. Bubba Gump. Stoner Gump. Herbally infused. Yes, if you do exclamation P.O. Box, I actually need to go to the P.O. Box because someone sent me chocolates and I need to go get them. Exclamation P.O. Box should bring it up. Zach and I have the same one though, so it's also, I think, below the channel or something like that. But what does he call the fucking elevated cooking recipes? There it is. Thank you, Lizzie. He's so fucking funny. He really is. Blast off butter. That's what he calls it. It's the blast off butter. What you need: an ounce of broccoli, 1.5 cups broccoli, 1.5 cups of water, and 1 pound butter. And he has like notes on elevated cooking. Here are just a few things to keep in mind as you enjoy these delicious recipes. We'll talk about decarbing the quote-unquote broccoli, and we'll learn different ways to do it. And the whole thing is like coloring book type of paper. And there's pictures in there, like he puts really pretty. They're like mandalas kind of thing, but they're broccoli. Yeah, that's his thing. That's how he gets around, because, you know, TikTok and YouTube and shit like that, you can't say anything. Their algorithm will filter anything, which is so lame, but those, I think they're so pretty. That's a little pussy in the middle. I'm pretty positive. But he has lots of stuff. And then the first half of the book is basically where it's a log book. You can write down strains you try and what you thought about them and stuff. It's pretty cool. And the first couple pages are different terpenes, what temperature to burn them at and stuff. It's a really cool book, and the whole thing is like a coloring book. We chop in broccoli, yo. So we're going to do that, and I'm really excited. But that's what I've been saving my homegrown for. But the only reason I had seeds, it was literally seeds that I had just been saving, that I had picked out of weed that I'd literally been saving up seeds for years. I don't have any idea what strains I grew. No clue. It's the Classy strain. No idea. It was just for funsies. You know what, Kate? Honestly, I've never, like, with the lack of CBD in weed these days, I tend to buy weed based on, like, the name and how funny it is. Because I don't really notice the difference between a hybrid, an indica, and a sativa. Like, none of them make me sleepy. I've noticed it's all just has to do with the strain. Like, if the strain is... Weed really doesn't make me sleepy to begin with, but some strains, like, give you that more elevated head high, and some strains give you, like, that weird fuzzy body high. But I feel I mean... You know what I mean? Like, I think... I tend to go for sativas and hybrids just out of, like, repetition, because my brain is hardwired to think indica will make you sleepy. Dude, that would be amazing. I would be honored. No, I don't have any seeds this year. What's cool, though, is it's so fucking legal to grow here. I mean, I can literally just pop down to my dispensary that is less than a mile from my house, and I can pick up, like, a bunch of clones if I wanted to, but it's really fun to grow from seed. There's something, I mean, it's like gardening anything, right? There's something, like, strangely, like, I saved these seeds, I sprouted them in a paper towel, I put them in some fancy dirt, and I babied them and kept them in the light for 12 hours a day, and then in the pure darkness for 12 hours. Like, you know, there's something, like, you just look at, it's a lot of hard work, and then months of the curing and all that, like, dude, fuck yes. Hell yeah, it's so weird how legal it is, because I remember the first time I ever grew was in Maryland, years ago, I mean, many years ago, when, I'm pretty sure it's decriminalized there, and they've legalized, but it's not, like, I don't know if it's for sale in stores yet or whatever, but, just the anxiety and secrecy of growing was so wild. Just growing a plant. And being like, if a cop sees this, I'm done for. It's so dumb. It's the dumbest feeling. No shit. Mucorrhiza. Where do you get it, like, in a fertilizer or something? Mycorrhiza? No. Well, so the fertilizer that I use, like, in my garden and otherwise, it's by... What is the brand? It's a hippie brand. It's like Earth something. But they give you, it's like bottles of the super concentrated shit, and then you like dilute it down in water and then put it in your garden and stuff. But it's got all sorts of good stuff like that in it. It's very natural. It's got all sorts of natural fungi and bacteria and stuff like that. So I might have used it, and I don't. Oh God, I can see the label in my head. I'd love to grow, but terrace housing, dude, that's the one downside. I mean, Lizzie, so technically in Colorado, if you're growing weed, you have to grow indoors somehow. Like, it has to not be just out in your yard. But I had a couple plants that were so big, and I was about to go on vacation. I was about to go to Burning Man, which is a long time, and I was like, no, I don't have anyone, like, no one's available to water these. I think Rod was out of town or something. I can't remember. And so I planted them outside in my yard, like amidst a bunch of tomato plants. It was only like 5 plants. 3 of them ended up boys, so I culled them anyways. But my yard just smelled like a fucking head shop. My whole yard was just this musty, like the weeks before the harvest. Anytime I opened my back door, it was just like whoosh, weed from the backyard. I mean, it stank beautifully, but wow. It's wild how much those fresh plants stink. I helped a guy dig a hidden grow room under his shed in a trailer park in the 90s. No shit, I have a hidden grow room under my house, but it's full of spiders and junk, so I don't use it. Dude, I'm excited to play the, I'm my CP boy. He's been very conked from the recent visit. Hi, Bubba. Yeah. How are you today? Have you slayed some dragons? Are you just a prince? Yeah. You're very cute. You're a little floof. There's so much silver in there. The pug Katie. You know, that's literally my pug Millie with my face on it. That's my baby girl. She was a troll. We have to be honest, but a queen troll. Are you such a good void boy? You're my void baby. Yeah. Look at those beautiful teeth. We brushed those yesterday, didn't we? Yeah. Oh, we don't have to do that, but you have beautiful teeth. You do. Thank you for letting me brush them. I appreciate you, son. Funk! You silly funk. She's full of yolks. Thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving it swings. My alerts have been muted, and I don't know why. Well, I have a theory. You know, we talked about this, but fucking thank you. I said butt fuck. Haha! You're very cute, bud. My lotion, is it the best? Thank you. You're very kind. You're a thoughtful boy. Let's move that down so they can see your beautiful face. Do you need to go potty? That's your dick sucking mouth, man. I see you cleaning yourself, and I want you to keep cleaning yourself, but I don't want it in my mouth. As often as possible, let's be real. How would you feel if I licked in your mouth? Probably good. I don't want to do that. I don't want to talk about that. That feels weird. Someone reads chat like a real dude, I know. I try not. I feel like it's my fault if shit gets snucked past me. Cal, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving any swings. I fucking appreciate you. Muted censorship! I mean, RevoltCon, I will have a dog probably until the day I die, to be honest. Respectfully, like, I won't get a puppy when I'm, like, on death's bed, because that's mean. But I'll probably have dogs forever. Like, they would love, like, it's horrible, but usually when my dogs start to reach their senior years, I do get a puppy. And that's kind of how I, like, it brings new life to my older dogs and gives them, like, this energy jolt. Don't lick the lotion off my leg. It looks like you're trying to do weird illicit activities on stream, bud, and we're just not into that shit. That's some gross shit. If my house wasn't so damn small, I would consider it, honestly. I'd have a herd. Adopt. Always. There's so many babies out there that need a home and need love. Bud. Are you one of them? Baby, help. Please adopt me. She only gives me treats at least 17 times a day. It's absolutely probably cruelty at this point, I think. Did you notice she's not petting me all the time? That's right, folks. Sometimes she puts her hands on other stuff, like a controller or a food or a dick. And it's not B, and that's not right. And I just halfway knowed it. We should probably call police and get this bitch trained up on how to be with dog. Do you see what I try to crawl on her lap, and all she does is touch my butt? Help. I'll try to give her a bath because she tastes like grease and flowers, and it's fucking gross. But she says no because apparently there was dick in my mouth, which I don't know where that came from because all I do is clean my belly worm. You're disgusting if you don't clean your belly worm. Thank you, bud. I didn't need any of that sunscreen on that knee. Yes, Kel, exactly. They act like they look at Sarah and her boyfriend like they don't pet us, they don't feed us, they don't love us. Do you realize the mistreatment we experience in this household? Like, you're so spoiled compared to most animals, bud. You get at least a parent 24/7. Can't with that. Thank you for that. Belly worm? Yeah, that's what we refer to as dick. This is belly worm. But you gotta say it like that. That's my belly worm. She can't touch. That's the secret place. Sister tries to touch it, but she's too bitch, so I fucking kill her for it. Give your dog a little buddy, take care of. Sounds like a great idea. That's honestly, like, I think I got the last couple kind of, like, spirited years out of Millie because she had these two, and they kind of, like, she, like, would boss them around the house and herd them around so they weren't barking or whatever. She'd, like, ow, 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 at them. It gave her, like, a reason to get up and move and chase these youngins around. But it's not replacing. Nothing replaces my pug. Oh, I made it up. Belly worm? I think I made it up. It's one of those just happened one day. Probably because of the voice. When you do it like that, you just start to, your vocabulary starts to change a bit. Because some words are harder than others. Like, have you ever tried to say gadobe? Exactly. So, because when he says dick, no one gets it. It's a belly worm. Now Lilith's licking the lotion off my leg. It's ridiculous. Getting a bath via poodle. He's a very happy boy. He really is. He's a very chill dog. He's a good boy. They're both pretty chill. Lil's just a little neurotic. But you're pretty chill, bud, huh? Yeah. Huh. Is that the best? They haven't got to see you for a couple days. You've been just sleeping. He's falling. I found the spot he's going. It's happening. Uh-huh. It's that under collar spot right where it fucking counts. And don't fall, bub. You're going down, bud. Oh, my bad. That felt so nice I backed out and I went to heaven. What's heaven, bud? That's where Will does this because she's a stupid bitch. We have to go. We'll be right back. The seasons, they are a magical time. Oh. Yeah, well, pre-cheers. I would wait, but I have to take my dogs out. Let's see who's live. It's funny because it's always nice while I'm streaming, I swear to God. And the second I stop streaming, it gets gross out. Like, the fates just know. I don't know, it's very fucking annoying. They need to stop with their bullschnaggle. Hold up. Don't be dumb today. Please help. Or do. Wouldn't tree sperm just be tree? I mean, I think the sperm is pollen, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's pollen. Because, like, flowers get their little penises, and then they're, like, into the air, or on a bee, and then the bee, like, accidentally fucks that sperm into another flower, and then that flower. It's bikake. Yeah. I'm not a flower professional by any means, but I have been led to believe I think that's what they do. You got me, dude. Yeah, we have food for thought. I mean, I was gonna say, so Frank only does videos on animals, so he probably doesn't have one on like the bukkake of plants. But get this, fun plant fact, just to add to the jumble that is your fruit salad of brain. I was just reading about my trees, my sacred trees. Ooh, Witch is live. Let's raid Witch. She's on our team, and then our team can keep going because we must win. Aspens. So I planted quaking aspens, right? They're technically an evergreen, which I didn't know that. Even though they shed all their leaves, their bark, it's covered in this white chalky dust. Like every time I touch my trees, I try not to, obviously, but you get covered in this dust. And I guess it has something to do with the pollen coming out of the dust, or maybe it's like a protective coating or something. But the bark of the tree actually does photosynthesis. It's one of the few trees that does this, which is why it's like horrific to peel that white bark off those trees because you're just basically murdering them in the wintertime. Crazy. I know. I didn't know either. And I planted these trees. I've had them for over a year now. It's like wild. I thought it was interesting though. Okay, hold on. Let me type in Witch's name and then we're cheersing. Pre-cheersing because it's 4:20 in like 2 minutes. But honestly, it's 4:20 all the time. Witch and Resistance. Whomst is besties IRL with the person that we are currently in 4th place to. About $900 behind. I'd love to be in 3rd place and for our team to win everything ever, but you know what? We can only do what we can only do. Quick reminder, tomorrow we start Fallout. Watch party in the stream. Glut made in the Discord, Glut made an event. We're gonna do 1 episode a night, 5 p.m. Mountain Time. You do the change for your time zone if you want to join, but we're just gonna be in the Discord hanging out watching it. It's 1 episode a night though, they're about an hour. And then on the 23rd, it's spoilers galore. We will be talking the fuck out of the show. And then on Saturday, I'm going to start Senua's Sacrifice Hellblade 1 because Hellblade 2 comes out on the 21st. And I figure 2 days is plenty of time to play that game. And the next game we must play. So that's what's on the docket. I feel like I had one other thing I wanted to say and I forgot. Charity. We came up with amazing incentives, which I am going to update in there, which include me re-downloading ESO and showing everyone my enormous 3-story tall anus that sodomizes itself. At 65K, this is if, these are milestones I'm going to put in. Rod has volunteered to get a tattoo of my choice on his body, which is incredible. He's so kind. And then Chesh volunteered to let us raffle off a custom painting made by her and her rats, which is fucking cool. And then I love rats. Don't hate. Animals are amazing, and rats are probably cleaner than you and I. And then at 7K, which is like the ultimate, I don't know if we'll go beyond that, but if we do, we will come up with more ideas. Vissy has vowed to come to my house, and we are going to do a Jinx and Neko cosplay, i.e. from League of Legends. Look it up. It's fucking sick. So I've already been working on the Jinx cosplay. You guys know this. But, I mean, she's artistic as fuck. I know she can do it. So that's what, yeah. So, like, come by to watch Fallout. Come by to watch some things. Hang out. Throw some money at our dope charity if you want, but no pressure. Our team thus far has raised $100,808.05, which is fucking orgasmically incredible. I don't know what to say about that. Thank you for being here for that. Thank you for being a part of everything. You're it. Cheers. Don't forget to take your joy, squish that cat, and fucking clean your bong. I love